So Terry, how are your first week of classes?
I'd say they were pretty good. I don't think this year's going to be too stressful at all.
Oh really? That's lucky, because my year is going to be a load of stress and tons of work and tons of readings.
That's really unfortunate to hear. Maybe it'll calm down by the time you hit 4th year?
Maybe, probably not though. But our very own Queen's TV's Katie Peterson went to the streets of the Queen's campus to figure out how your first week of school went.
Hi, I'm Katie Peterson. Today, QTV goes out onto the streets to find out what the students think of their first week of classes. What can you say about your first week of classes? Any stories to tell me?
Well, it was incredible. Most of my teachers have already given me my marks. Perfect.
I actually went to class this year, which was pretty good. It was really just nutty with busyness. Yeah, mostly. That's about it.
It was really busy for me because I had classes and I had to deal with recruiting events every night, so it was really, really busy.
My first week was quite a pleasure. Classes are good. Workload seems to be less than in second year, so that's also something that I think I might enjoy later on in the semester.
It was pretty good for me, a little bit busy, hard to get back into it, but it was okay for the most part.
What was your highlight of the first week of class?
First week of class, not getting lost, maybe? Finding my way everywhere.
Geology class.
We had a second-year international politics prof who said he'd nail us to a wall if we cheated.
I'd have to say this weekend we had 2 soccer games for Queens, so that was fun.
That's cool. Did you guys win?
No, we didn't.
Best and worst is probably going back to the Lazy Scholar for the first time.
Oh yeah? What's the bad part of that?
Just because it's a Lazy Scholar and the food is like not the greatest for you, but it's so good.
Just had a lot of fun this week. No work, so got to go out a lot.
Best thing is I volunteered to be a projectionist. I just put up my hand because no one else was, and then I found out it was a paying gig, and I just loved that.
What is that?
It's just taking a DVD back from a screening after the screening's done and returning it to the film house. So,
Wow.
It's walking across the street. That's what I'm getting paid to do.
So, what's the best and worst thing that happened to you this week?
Well, the worst thing is that my phone broke.
Falling asleep in class.
Finding out that the guy almost got that same job because I showed up late today, so that was close.
Probably spending all my money on textbooks.
That is true. That is very true.
Just having to go. That was
Getting your bum out of bed.
yeah. It was tough getting out of bed first morning. So.
Well, I live on campus. I actually live in a house beside Leggett Hall, so there's all these frosh and things running around, and our neighbors actually got in trouble for being very inappropriate to the frosh and yelling things at them. And there's all these sirens, and it woke me up in the middle of the night.
Well, that's awkward. If you could sum up the last week in 1 to 3 words, what would they be?
Tiring, but fun and very social.
Sleeping in.
It's a tough one.
Quite interesting.
Nice.
Super awesome fun.
Busy. Horrible.
Expensive, confusing, and drunken.
Very nice. Very nice.
Just good to be back, basically.
Perfect.
Beautiful. That's great. That's great. Well, it looks like everyone had a great first week of classes. Had some fun inside the classroom, had some fun outside the classroom. Looks like the year's shaping up great. This is Katie Peterson for QTV.